Hi, my name's Ovadia Sofa, and I'd like to share something with you about the place that I live. Israel is often called the startup nation because there are so many inventions and technology companies and things like that, which is great. But there's a deeper reason why Israel creates so much technology, and this reason is really going to get to the heart of the matter. So check this out. In 1902, Theodor Herzl, the founder of modern Zionism, wrote a book called Old New Land, and he spoke about what he wanted this Jewish state, or imagined this Jewish state to be like. And he said in this book, remember, written in 1902, he said, their children grew up in strange lands, the objects of contempt and hostility because their complexions were different. He writes, I'm not ashamed to say, though, although I expose myself to ridicule in saying so, that once I've witnessed the redemption of the Jews, my own people, I wish to also devote myself to the redemption of the Africans. This idea that once we've established our own autonomy in our land, the next thing we have to do is assist the African nations, who at that time, most of them were not really, didn't have much of independence at all in achieving that. And in the 1950s, Golda Meir, who would go on to become Prime Minister of Israel a decade later, made this the foreign policy of the State of Israel. She said, we Jews, along with the African people, share a memory of centuries of suffering and deprivation and being treated unjustly. And at the very heart of the ideal of Zionism is the dedication we need to have to help the black people and to help Africans. They've suffered, and so have we. David Ben-Gurion, the first Prime Minister of the State of Israel, writing before the state was established, wrote about how Judaism and Zionism were a revolutionary movement. And our job as Jews in the State of Israel was to be of service to humanity. And the whole point of setting up an independent state was because it's only when we have equal independence, when we're sitting at the table of humanity as equals, that we can really contribute. This is the idea, contribution to the rest of humanity. Zionism isn't about establishing a state for Jews that's just good for Jews. It's about the Jews having independence and sovereignty so that they can give to others. The Torah commands us 36 times to look after the vulnerable, to welcome minorities, and to reach out to the oppressed. There's a midrash that says that when Jacob settled near the city of Shechem, the first thing he did was establish a commercial center, a sort of ancient type grocery store or supermarket, to improve the quality of life for the people who lived there. That's what Zionism is about. It's about Jews having the opportunity that we need to help other people, to contribute to humanity. And that's why we're the startup nation. That's why I think we invent so much. There's this amazing energy everywhere you go here of wanting to do more, of wanting to give more. So please, don't just take my word for it. Come and visit for yourself.